Yo, what the hell's up everyone? Welcome back to Reviews with Jake, where I'm about to bombard you with some numbers. I just got back from 1917, which is technically a 2019 movie, but didn't have a national release until 2020. Since I'm just a commoner like you and my blood is not quite that blue, I saw it in 2020, so that's the year it's going to be graded upon. Now let me just say that I really am not a big fan of war movies. I don't know, you seen one, you seen them all. That's the way I kind of see it. It's understandable how there's an audience for it, but I'm not it. That being said, I was really excited about this one. I was excited because I heard murmurs that this film was shot to appear to be done in one take. Obviously it wasn't actually done in one take, but it was edited to appear that way. And I am a huge sucker for stuff like that. John Wick fight scenes are better than the average action movie because they're long takes, long wide shots where you're seeing all the action. It feels that much more real. The Haunting of Hill House had like whole half episodes that were done in one take with the camera just tracking around to different characters. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the episode Charlie Work, is one of my favorites. And of course probably the most relevant example being the first scene in 2015's 007 Spectre. Wow, I cannot avoid the numbers. Which was oddly enough directed by the director of this film, Sam Mendes. As a filmmaker, I love this style of filmmaking. The camera needs to be in the exact right place at the exact right time. How do you light it when the camera is moving around? You need to hide the lights, you need to hide the microphones. All the actors need to be in the right place at the right time too. One can't be here, he needs to be here at this given moment to deliver this line while this extra walks by the camera and while this extra is back in the background doing this. There's so much that goes into it. It needs to be a well-oiled machine in order to make it work, and I respect the hell out of it when they can pull it off. I mean, damn, I can't even do a movie review with one camera, one light, me standing in the middle of the room without having 40 jump cuts to make it work. It's not easy. So when I heard that there was a whole movie being done, not just a scene, a whole movie being done in this fashion, and not only just a movie, but a freaking war movie, I was like, what? It's not good enough. What? That's a good idea, Jake. Let's spit on the lights. Needless to say, I was excited. I was not disappointed at all. I loved the direction, I loved the cinematography, loved the acting, I loved the soundtrack, the sound design, the locations, the set design. Everything in this film was so meticulously put together and I just frickin' loved it. The one long shot that this film was at least attempting to appear to be shot from was just such a good touch on a war film. Just having the camera constantly following around these two people as they walk behind enemy lines. They're seeing dead bodies everywhere. There's mud, there's ruins, they're trudging through water, they're crawling on the ground through barbed wire. You just legitimately feel like you are there too, and you are on the ground crawling through the mud as well. I know that sounds incredibly cliche to say, but seriously, you'd be really surprised to see how a scene with a bunch of cuts versus a scene that follows it throughout the whole thing makes it feel so much less fabricated. And then you're right there when things just all of a sudden out of nowhere start to happen. A sniper starts to shoot. There's an explosion that happens out of nowhere. It sneaks up on you just as quickly as it sneaks up on them because you've been there for them every frame of it. Even when war stuff isn't happening in the movie, when we have our main character talking to a random survivor that they just happen to stumble across, you feel as if at any given moment the person that they're talking to's brains are just going to go flying because a sniper just claps them right in front of them. That's what this movie feels like, and it sells it so well. This is a true war movie. You feel like you're there. All in all, I loved this movie. I loved the way it was filmed. I loved damn near every aspect of it. I hope someone else tries to replicate this style because it was a hell of a ride. I'm gonna give 1917 an A. Seriously, if I saw this movie in 2019 like I really wish I would have, this would have given Endgame a run for its money for the best movie of the year. I don't say that lightly. It's a very weird conflict of interest, the filmmaker and the nerd. I don't know who would win. Glad I don't have to make that decision. 2020 it is, thank God. But that's just me. What do you guys think? Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below. And make sure you're subscribed to this channel to stay up to date on new reviews coming real soon. Thanks for checking in.